I'm not the biggest horror fan in terms of, it's not my genre that I normally watch, but I love the imagery behind Lisa.
I remember getting up to like, it was pretty much the end of the script, and I put the script down to go get a cup of coffee or water, and the wind just blew all the sheets everywhere, and I got this massive cold chill, and I was like, oh, horror films. And I think that was probably the point where I think I need to do this, because it felt like one of those weird spirity signs.
The first main piece of direction that I gave them with the design on the film was that we need to ground the film in Act 1. It's an everyday, normal, suburban house, and then the audience gets lured in, and then you ramp up the horror.
Rose's room was the very first room that we picked, that we started to design. Almost like an urban minimalist. Like we stripped back everything and just put in the key things, that trying to keep it as authentic as possible without overloading it with props, which is really hard to do. I want to put everything in, plants, pots, everything, but it was actually Nick Moon, who was doing standby, that told me to start stripping back. I don't want them to sit there and go, oh wow, that's designed so well. I want them to just go, oh, that's a house.
Designing Act 1 was really about what does the house look like before Lisa is in there, and then after Lisa comes into the house.
Act 1, all with practical lights, so everything was inviting, less shadows, less contrasty. Hitting Act 2 into more of a contrasty look, where we started to get rid of all of our practical sources, and now everything was lit mainly moonlight, or mainly by whatever you could see, if there was a torch or if there was a TV or anything like that.
By the time we get to Act 3, we're not seeing any light sources at all. From a cinematography point of view, we started out with very warm colours. Then when we got into Act 2, we went from a warmer look to a cooler look. When we get into the final act, there's that misdirection at the start where Nat believes that Lisa has gone, and it starts off with that beautiful push-in shot in the bathroom, and things are warm and yellow again.
And her mother was very sick. She couldn't love her children the way that I love you.
But then when Nat steps out of the bathroom into the kitchen, we're back to the Act 2 look, indicating that Lisa is in fact still around.
What do you mean?
I turned my back for a second and Lisa drowned Liam. I lied to the police, but she wouldn't stop, so I drove her to the forest.